Well, I hope everyone is ready for Christmas. I know that my family and I are, but this video, again, I'm just kind of shooting from the hip. Um, I'm very thankful for everything that I have, everything that I'm able to provide my family. I think my wife and I are very fortunate to have jobs and professions that we are secure in and that we're able to pay our bills and we're able to provide presents and have food on the table and a roof over our heads. But riddle me this, Congress. How is it that you pat yourselves on the back for coming up with a stimulus package that's taken you over 6 months to come up with? And at the end result, Americans who have lost everything due to due to governors I'm sure Congress men and women, basically speaking in the ears of mayors in these large cities and governors of states, and you're basically closing people's businesses down by not allowing them to operate. Restaurants and bars, gyms, and things of that nature are going out of business left and right, and you do nothing. You do nothing. You pat yourself on the back for giving these Americans, hardworking Americans, $600. $600 doesn't bring back a restaurant. It doesn't bring back a bar. It doesn't bring back livelihood or a business that someone has worked incredibly hard to start, to get going, and to make it for themselves, to start a business, and you basically have ruined it for them, and then you turn around and pat yourself on the back for $600 that you're going to give them when you're giving $10 million to Pakistan for gender identity or something to that nature. I mean, come on, Congress, seriously. I mean, if that's the case, and they don't know whether you're male or female, I'll be more than happy to be a doctor. You can call me a doctor. I'll go over there, and when they're born, I'll say you're a male or you're a female. I mean, this is ridiculous, America. You're or politicians, I should say. You politicians are absolutely freaking worthless. You politicians do nothing but think about yourselves, and that's it. You think about yourselves, the reelection, a vote, a Twitter account. That's all you worry about. You could care less about the American people. And I can tell you right now, the American people are getting more sick and tired every day of your shenanigans in Washington, thinking that you're doing something for us, and you're not. You are doing literally nothing for us. America is a beautiful country, and it's unfortunate that politicians have to ruin it for Americans. People are losing businesses. They're losing their livelihood. They have no income. They won't have a Christmas tomorrow. They won't have food on the table, excuse me, Friday. They won't have food on the table. They won't have presents for their children. They may not even have a house to live in, but you're patting yourself on the back for giving them $600. You're worthless, Congress. You are absolutely worthless. You do nothing for us. And it is time that Americans start standing up and literally starting to run for offices as an independent and do something about this and help the American people, because you don't help us. You are so far out of touch, Congress, with the American people, living in your mansions and making somehow being millionaires when your salary is 150 to 180,000 a year, but still yet you're millionaires, and you do nothing for us. You're worthless. Congress, you are absolutely worthless, and people are tired of it. We need to stand up. We need to start running for office as independents and promise people things, and then act on that promise and give them what we promised to give them. If you can't give the American people what you're going to promise us, if you can't help us in the way that you say you're going to, then don't say anything at all. Just say, I'm going to try my best, but there are no guarantees. But when you pat yourself on the back for $600 for hardworking Americans that have lost everything, but still yet all this pork that's involved, in this aid bill that's going overseas to help other countries when we're in dire need here, it's pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic. In Congress, I hope that every single one of you all get voted out. I'm going to do everything that I can to vote for every independent that I can think of, just so I don't have to vote for someone with a R in front of their names. Because I am a conservative and I am a Christian. But I tell you what, Republicans, Democrats, you do nothing for the American people anymore. Absolutely nothing. This is a rant. It's not really. I'm just so frustrated at looking at some of the stuff that is in this bill that they just passed, and I hope Trump vetoes it and makes them work through Christmas or work to get something for the American people. We may have to wait a little bit longer, but at least make it worth our while. There are so many American families, so many hardworking Americans out there that are going to get $600, and you're going to go back to your mansions. All of Congress is going to go back to their big, lovely homes with their armed security, and they're going to sit back and laugh and joke and drink high dollar bourbon and eat spiral hams and exchange gifts and talk about what a great thing they did for America. You did nothing for us, Congress. You did nothing. You politicians aren't. Yeah, you politicians, you don't do anything for us. So don't congratulate yourselves because you don't care about us. You could care less whether American families have food, presents, a job, a roof over their heads. You don't care. You care about votes, getting reelected to do nothing. You care about your Twitter accounts, and you care about your lobbyists who make you millions of dollars every year. And it's bull crap. It's absolutely bull that Americans, so many Americans, have to suffer because of your negligence and your incompetence, Congress. So I'm sorry about this rant day before Christmas Eve. I just hope and pray that everyone out there has a wonderful Christmas Eve, a wonderful Christmas. Be thankful for everything that we do have, and just be thankful that we are able to be with our families. There are a lot of first responders and military out there who aren't going to be with their families this year because they're going to be working, protecting us. So let's pray for them. That's law enforcement, fire, rescue, our doctors and nurses, our military personnel. A lot of families are not going to be able to see their loved ones because they are protecting us. On the other hand, our politicians who do nothing for us will have, I'm sure, a wonderful Christmas. But I pray for the American people, not our politicians. This is True Patriot '09. I pray for all of America because we need that more than anything now. Thank you for watching True Patriot '09.